Hey everyone, Ravinous here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV and our playthrough of 2.0 through 3.2. Last time we finished Castra Midoriana, took out all of the security, and we are going to go into Phase 4. At least theoretically, I believe that's what we're going to happen. But we're going to continue on now. Click, leave duty. And of course, when we're in the instance, I'll edit all the cutscenes back in. It's going to take a bit. Oh, nice how we just go right back here. Alright. I knew you wouldn't let us down, soldier. With the Pretorium stripped of its defenses, the way to the Ultima Weapon lies open. The time has come for the final phase of Operation Archon. Alright. Operation Archon! For the final phase of the operation, my flames will storm Castra Midoriana and suppress what is left of the Imperial garrison. If all goes well, this will allow you to reach the Pretorium unopposed, fit and ready for your encounter with the Ultima Weapon. Yours is the most dangerous mission of all, but the best must bear the heaviest burden, and you're the best we have. There's not another soul in this realm that could see the deed done, and Merweb and Kane are of the same mind as me. Though things hang on your success, you must not let our plight make you desperate. Victory belongs to the bold, not the reckless. Oh, I like being reckless. Bards are wont to sing of heroes who value their life at not next to honor, love, and liberty. But I'll tell you now, that which men value it not, they sell cheap. Risk no more than you must. You hear me? Now. Best you were off. We have work to do, the both of us. See that your preparations are in order, then report to Sid. He awaits you at the Enterprise at the Cerulean processing plant. May Ralgrim grant you strength. Okay. So that is done. Now we need to head over to Sid. Because we need an airship. Recording this episode and the last is kind of weird, disjointed for me, because I'm trying to remember what was in the cutscenes, because I haven't recorded them as of yet. I mean, you'll have seen them, so you know what's going on. Me, the memory's not as it once were, so... I mean, I'm going off vague recollections of what happened. Okay. So... the Enterprise is at your disposal. When you're ready to head to the Pretorium, you need only say the word. If we succeed in destroying the Ultima Weapon, it will deal a crippling blow to the Empire's hopes of conquest. After that, the 14th Legion would not dare to move against us, barring the discovery of further elegant doomsday devices, that is. Let's be on our way, Ravinous. Gaius and his plaything await. Alright, so next. We go into the Pretorium, so I'll see you inside. So here we are. The Ultima Weapon will almost certainly be housed in the depths of the complex. This is it, my friend. Alright, welcome to the Pretorium. Now, like the Castra we were just in, this is going to be another one where I'm going to have to edit back in the cutscenes, because these people are going to rush it through. Like, the first thing we do now is we just run for the terminal and ignore all of the enemies. Or the tanks pick them up, so that way we can all run past. Get to the elevator. To the first set of enemies we actually have to take out. So, again, I'm going to be a little disjointed as I have to try to remember what actually happens in here for commentary as I'm while I'm playing. I mean, I remember a good portion of it. But, you know, it's just weird that... Luckily that this is like the last one I really have to do that to. I mean, in the future I may have to put in, you know, before, like, the final boss. But really this is the last one that's going to require me repeatedly skipping cutscenes so I can, and then editing them back in later for you guys. But, alright, so now we're at another part where I'm going to make sure the tank is in front of me. And so that way he can pick up all these guys. And we run past. We're going to run to the next, it's a teleporter this time, rather than the elevator. I mean, sure, I could pick up aggro like this healer did, but I am also probably the least geared person here. So, it's best if I not. So now I'm going to click through all that garbage to find the transporter. There, now I'm going to rush through. That coffer just has a potion in it. Nobody cares. Moving on. Alright, these people we do have to take out. And once you guys get to this point, if you die, there's a teleporter that'll take you right here. So, like, our paladin died, but now he can just use the teleporter to get right to us. So, if you die in all that run due to whatever mishap, you know, so long as one person gets here, they're good. Alright, so now we're about to go to the first boss. Grab the key, use the key. Gaius. Ah, Sid, my boy, you are late. There is something I always meant to tell you, yet the time never seemed right. It concerns your father. What of him? In the winter of his years, Midas came to abhor his part in Meteor. He told me that he wanted nothing more than to wash his hands of the whole sword business. But he did not wash his hands of it. He held the project until the day it killed him. Come now, Sid. You must know that he did not have the luxury of choice. By the time he realized his error, it was too late. Meteor had him completely in its thrall. Shortly before his transformation, mayhap sensing something was amiss, your father confided in me all the regrets of his life. Most of them concerned you. Early in your career, he realized that you had a talent for devising armaments. It would never fulfill you. Long before you knew your own mind, he saw that you would be far happier using your knowledge for peaceful purposes, and the thought touched him. He was a changed man for it, though he could not let it show. You blew holes in this place just so you could say this to me? What is it you want, Gaius? I want you at my side, Sid. Take up your father's mantle and become the Empire's lead engineer. It is your destiny. My father had a change of heart. You said so yourself. Besides, I have long known my destiny, and I assure you it lies not with the Empire. A pity. And what of you, adventurer? Will you not consider making common cause with me? With your powers joined to mine, we might do much for this realm. Together we could bring order to Eorzea and usher in a lasting peace. No? And I can expect no better answer than this. So be it. It was your strength that made me proffer my hand in friendship, and it is your strength that makes me proffer my blade. Save as ally, you are too dangerous to be let to remain. Run, Sid. Or stay. It makes no matter. You cannot escape the past. Gaius, wait! Damn it! Alright. First boss, it's a Tangus Bank. Just go ahead and punch him a bunch. Now, the first time I ran this, everybody was so, everybody was less geared than I am right now when this was relevant and when I first did it, to the point where bosses were actually tough and we had to skip cutscenes to make the 2-hour time limit. That was an interesting way to type. Knowing Gaius, he's headed for Ultima Weapon. If we find him, you too will so too will you find our quarry. Ah. With these instruments, we can monitor every nook and cranny of the Castrum. I think it's time we divided our forces. Pray go on and give chase. I'll track your movements from here and guide you through the complex. I'll stay in contact via Link Pearl. Be careful, alright? Now I know I just cut off what I was, because the cutscene interrupted what I was saying. But back to that. Yeah, the first time I beat this, we had to skip the cutscenes because everything was taking so long that we almost ran out of time. Now, the next part is we can avoid most of these guys by hugging the walls. So we're going to do that. Though, what we do pick up will just be added to the next group that we need to fight. Because behind him... Okay, yeah, oftentimes people aggro the Colossus by accident. Looks like this tank we just want to take care of it ahead of time. Because we need to kill this group here so we get the key for the next one. Now, so far it's been just at least one person needs to pick up the key, at least one person needs to use the key to unlock the door. Coming up there is a console everybody needs to hit if they want to do the following part. Because this is actually the last bit of normal trash. So pick up the key. I picked it up. Alright. They will use the key, so I don't need to. Now, if you want to do the next part, use this reader. Everybody use the reader. Alright. I am now authorized to operate a suit of Magitech armor. We take the elevator up. Up we go. Past that floor. And there we are. And this Magitech armor has a familiar symbol on it. Let's go ahead and use it. There she is. Ah, there she is. I trust you recognize our old friend. Maggie, was it? They must have shipped her here from Sentry. Considering all she's been through, it's a wonder she's still operational. Tough old girl. Now that you're suitably armed, you can blast open that bulkhead. The external walkway will take you back there. Follow it and you'll come upon a way down to the lower level. Alright, now because we use the reader, we can now, we're actually piloting the magic armor. We actually use the cannons on enemies. And if you can see this through the smoke, we're essentially all taking down these enemies as we go. Now, if you forget to use the reader, there will be teleporters that will let you catch up. But generally, making sure you're part of this is the fastest way. You don't miss out on anything. See, these are some of those enemies that we just snuck past last time. But this is why we needed it. We actually passed by this as we were sneaking by it. Because we couldn't get through here. Here's where we need to get through. We needed the magic cannons to blow through it. We walk up here, it'll automatically transition us to the next area. And be careful here, you can get yourself blown up real quick if you're not careful. These Proto-Ultima arm units can take you out in a few hits, actually. So you take them out, move on. Except for those arms and the bulkhead, generally everything dies in 2 shots, so if everybody's shooting, the first 2 shots will kill them. Alright, arm is down, move on. Now, generally, so long as I do 1 shot, somebody's going to get the second. So even as I go through the smoke. Alright, stop here. This one tricks people because after you kill his ultimate arm, don't go right away. Because another one pops out. You saw that person fly back is because they got hit by the arm. Alright. One more door. The bulkhead is composed of a special alloy. Extremely tough. Ordinary fire won't leave a mark, I'm afraid. You'll need to divert all power to the magic cannon, as I did so memorably once before. As you may recall, the armor's core is likely to expire from the strain, but there's no help for it if we want to press on. Now listen well. Press the control, engage and accelerate, then fire away. Don't mind the warning lights. I guess I can speak static. There we go. Aw. You served me well. You're a natural at this. Alright, the way's clear, but it's just you and your own 2 feet now, so be careful. Alright, back on foot. You have been leaving a fine mess in your wake, adventurer. Is someone there? Garland, old friend. How it warms the heart to hear your voice again after all these years. Nero, is that you? You sound well. It would seem this savage land agrees with you. The highest ranking tribunus of the 14th. It was you all this time? Tell me, Garland, how long do you intend to keep all the glory for yourself? What? What? You lost me. Don't play the fool with me. Ever since the Academy, I've been condemned to live in your shadow. By all objective measure, I was more talented than the two of us. Yet that fact counted for naught besides your privileged birth. You were admired as the young prodigy simply because your father was the great Midas, not Garland. When you defected, I felt sure my star would finally rise. But by disappearing, you acquired the status of a legend. Your reputed genius gaining credence merely by a dint of your absence. Instead of cursing you for a traitor, people actually came to think of you more fondly. To this day, you are still the young prodigy of Magitech. I, meanwhile, have ever been made to feel second-rate. I, who have continued to serve our nation faithfully. Whenever I fail to exceed, why, it is only to be expected. Yet when I exceed all reasonable expectations, people proclaim that I walk in the footsteps of the great sin-not-bloody Garland. Nero, I don't know what to say. It matters not a whit what I achieve. Your existence has rendered mine worthless. Even Lord Van Balsar saw fit to offer you a place at his side, and this in spite of your betrayal. Did he extend any such offer to me, the man who remained loyal to him for all these years? Why, no, he did not. Long have I endured this injustice, but no more. Lord Van Balsar is in the midst of achieving the fully powered Ultima Weapon. It is my magnum opus, the creation that will win me the recognition I am due. I will not let anyone interfere. Nero, what are you... Ever since I set foot in this benign land, I have watched you. Every move you have made, every step you have taken. You have felled icons, a feat made possible by the Echo, a peculiar power which shields you from their corrupting influence. It is of little wonder my lord has taken an interest in you. As I have, truth be told, it is my desire to harness your power for use in the Ultima Weapon. Should I succeed, Lord Van Balsar will surely take notice. Besides this, Garland's achievements will be as child's play. Come, adventurer, and yield to me the secrets of your power. Okay, yeah, they're using what they can of our limit break to start the fight with Nero here, as I was just focused on getting here in time, and I'm not even the last one in. Okay, Nero has a bunch of knockbacks, electricity in the outer edges, and these claws that will focus on a random person. They'll tether to them and knock them back. Punch until done. See, he hurts me a bit more because, you know, I'm pretty low on the gear end of things. Generally, if the range notice. The range can usually take out the claws and a strike or two before the melee can even reach it. This changes nothing. Poof. Ninja vanish. Ha 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 ha! The Ultima Weapon is activated and it brims with the power of the icons. Nothing can withstand its might. Are you alright? What of Nero? Fled? Damn it. In the instant prior to the blackout, the instruments detected a massive power surge from the deepest chamber. Gaius is certain to be there. We have no time to waste. Word arrived from the Alliance a short while ago. It seems the Order of the Twin Outer is completely blockaded. It's completed its blockade of Castrum Sentry. What hands they can spare are hastening this way even as we speak, and likewise for the Maelstrom. All that's left is to destroy the Ultima Weapon. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated in etheric energies. There is bound to be heavy interference. But even if we lose contact, you must go on. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do, alright? Alright. Now we get to the interesting part where high-level people treat this as a game.
Look for the lift's control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the lift down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima Weapon.
Okay. There it goes.
Tell me, for whom do you fight?
For Eorzea.
How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea?
Yes.
Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well at Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's fate is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? the answer. Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak.
Can I punch you now?
Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me.
Again, cut off because of another cutscene. What I meant by people treat this as a game, and I'm one of the people who do this, is because so many people outgear this and things go down so fast, the game is see how many mechanics you can skip on a bunch of enemies. Gaius here is a big one. Because if we do enough damage, or if the healers are good enough, we can ignore this, which is doing damage over time as we're standing in the fire. But by doing so, we can do enough damage for him to do a second one right away, which will skip him from teleporting around the arena. And that's our goal right now. Especially as a melee, I don't want him to teleport around, because yeah, he has a lot of dialogue, but it's so quiet.
Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
There it is. I've tried to get that dialogue. Hey, he's climbing inside. So it can be autonomous and it can be piloted. That's always neat.
Bear witness to the true power of the Ultima Weapon.
Okay, one, there was a little area where you just go to a door and click on it and move on. Two, guys did have a dialogue, but I've never been able to get the volume set up right to actually hear him well. And he doesn't really say anything important except for the cutscenes. Three, the reason I'm not attacking right now is because Ultima is nearly invincible right now. And if I attack, the tanks can't really hold threat. So you hold off until a certain point. Alright, the light means Hyland. If you after Triumph, look toward the light. His invincibility buffs are gone. Go ahead and beat him. Now, this fight here, you need to remember your fights with Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. Because remember, Ultima here has eaten them. And if that knockback looked familiar, that was from Ifrit. So, I have to... Okay, we remember this vortex from Garuda. And so now... So you don't stand in it. Use Titan's power in the center, so you want to be away from that. So it becomes a, get out of the outer edges, then get back into it. But that light meant that you might have seen it, but Garuda was taken out of it. We beat the Garuda out of it. Alright, we remember that from Ifrit. And we remember that from Titan. So again, it becomes an in and an out. Light happens. We can see Titan fall out of him. As I just keep going through my rotations. This is what having good muscle memory is for. I can do my job while pointing. I can focus on other things. Now, he is going to... There, we can see an explosion set underneath the healer there from Ifrit. And Ifrit would do his dashes if we didn't knock him out of him already. Alright, he's at 1%, so the fight... This part of the fight's over now. Even though he's not dead.
But the Ultima Weapon is all-powerful. Why does my enemy still stand?
Because I'm really good at punching things.
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
La Brea.
Of course.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the Ultima Weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima Weapon lies within its now beating heart.
La Brea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power.
From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Well, that changed some terrain.
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
You got played.
Oh, Heidelin. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains.
I'll punch you.
Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
I'm gonna punch you. Alright. Now that all hell's broken loose, back to punching him. Now when we fight Ultima on his own, he's going to have bits that show up that fires lasers at us. We can kill them if they're a problem. Another part of the high-level game is dancing in lasers. Okay, that pulse means stay away from that or else you'll take more damage because that's an airship that just crashed down. But yeah, part of the game. Laser dance. Fight while dancing around the lasers. It does look like somebody is attacking, killing the bits for us. Now, as my higher level side, I would have stayed closer, but I don't have the gear to stay in too close. Because I'm already kind of hurting, but still going to do my little dance. Stay away from that. Stay away from that. Laser dance. But yeah, like I said, if you have trouble dodging these lasers and still doing your job, kill the bits. I, however, can, because my attacks are on my in muscle memory. Okay, he disappears at a percentage. Appears, you know, he's reappearing in the center. If we don't kill him before ultimate is cast, we die.
The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
I just like punching people.
boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And not but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about, and that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive.
Blah, blah, blah.
It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Time to punch him. Again, the fight started without me, but... Now, this one is punch him, don't stand in the black puddles. Even when this is relevant, this fight was not even really a fight. It was just catharsis at this point. And almost there. And we did it.
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
If you remember the cutscene at the beginning of the game, the dream.
What?
There we go. That would be the crystal of darkness that just shattered. Alright, so normally... Yay! Normally, I would end the episode here. However, we have... this is actually the end of 2.0, so let's give this a proper end. More cutscenes. Now, some long cutscenes, and there's also the producers want a Guinness World Record for longest credits, which I'm going to cut out. Okay. Being here seems like a bad idea at this point. Hey! That's what happens when you give it to the AI. It has a mehmet brain.
And so my conquest ends, Cid. In smoke and ashes.
Hear, feel, think.
Oh, back here again.
Warrior of light, beloved daughter. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit.
I did a good job.
Yet it lingereth still beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart.
Awesome.
From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee. Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for.
She's still in there.
Sid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation!
She's going to make it, I know she is.
Ida is right. We must have faith.
Sid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Heidelin. Please light her way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou wouldst see thy companions returned safe to thee, reach out to them now.
There!
Oh!
How is that reaching out? That's like, oh, hey, look, over there. The heroic entrance.
Our Warrior of Light.
Yes, the hero returns.
Look! Thancred is with her!
Thank the 12!
Thank Heidelin. Welcome home.
I didn't see you do much. And that was just kind of points where everybody can look in awe of my awesomeness. Okay. I forget what comes next. Ah, back in Bordona.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Mind your horns there, man-bull.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Though the crystal that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians. Their god may be unknown to us, but their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless, for now, we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral. Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
The dread night of Imperial tyranny and Ascian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, The Scions of the Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victory serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Cartano. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era. The 7th Astral Era is come. And thus is ours a realm reborn.
Title drop. Had to skip the credits; they're incredibly long, and I think the music might be copywritten. Still, it bring issues to the channel. Either way, not important. It was all just cuts of what had happened as in credits, which I have watched myself all the way through, because I do appreciate credits. Credit where credit is due. That's not good.
What is it?
What was that?
That roar. It can't be.
Did you hear that?
There's no time to spare.
Where is it coming from?
Dread tidings, chaos and carnage! It is an abomination! A primal has awakened!
Bahamut stirs. Bahamut. As will the others ere long. It is not a question of whether Eorze's champion shall yield, but of when. And with each passing moment, we draw closer to the reckoning. To the one true God. To Zodiarch. And thus did dawn break on a realm reborn. But where there is light, there is always shadow. Okay, so this puts us back at the Waking Sands, and with that, we will end this episode here. Turn in the quest. Let's turn in the quest now, because what that'll do is we have to have our celebration. Not gonna just here yet. One day, I hope to become a hero to the people like you, a hero like Abba and Ale were to me. Watching you live the life of free adventure helped me realize that I can't keep putting off my dreams forever. I've been talking with Wedge about opening a workshop independent of Garland Ironworks, maybe in Villebrand. I don't know. Working with the Chiefs is great and all, but someday I want to build my own enterprise, you know? You're an inspiration to us all, Ravina, an honest-to-God's hero that never gives up, never gives in. And neither will I. I will win Tataru's heart. See if I don't. Hey, this is one of these guys is the one that was on the carriage ride with me. There it is. Hey, you've come a long way since I saw you the morning... Hey, you've come a long way since I saw you run around the Waking Sands. You sure gave those Imperials what for. I knew you were something special, Ravina. I reckon a lot more folk will take up adventure after hearing about what you've done. Brave men and women, all hoping to become the next Ravina Kurohi. At least I get to brag about having met the original, eh? Got in the back. By gosh, to think that this ragtag bunch of idealists could lay the 14th low. 'Tis a tale straight from a storybook. I imagine my former associates would find it most appealing. After all, what young ruffian hasn't at one point fancied himself a hero in the making? I think I may bring more than a few recruits back with me from the 12's Wood. Blah, blah, blah. Reading that was actually more difficult than it should have been. We held a vigil at the church until word came of your success. I cannot express to you how relieved I am for your safe return, Ravinous. I think we could all do with a good rest, don't you? I know I could. We all decided to give you a special surprise welcome, just like the ones in heroic epics. Your story took many twists and turns, but you managed to get to the happy ending. Let's hope for more happy endings to come. So a new era has begun. On such a momentous occasion, I find it good for the soul to tie up loose ends. What would I suggest you do? Why, the same thing you always do after accomplishing a task. Report to Minfilia. It ends where it begins, my friend. I realize I've been the cause of tremendous consideration, and for that I deeply apologize. But you haven't time to waste chatting with me. Minfilia is expecting you. Welcome back, Warrior Light. We, all of us, pray for your safe return. The 7th Astral Era has dawned, setting in motion a myriad of new beginnings. I suspect our path will diverge for a time. Have you said your farewells to the Scions? The land my master sheltered from oblivion hath been delivered unto a new beginning by the hand of the Warrior of Light. Thus doth history mark the passing of a new era. The dawn doth brighten the sky, and shineth o'er this nascent age of hope. And though the clouds gather to mute the sun's rising glory, I would walk far with thee under its gentle glow. Ugh. Need to find a good end spot for this, which I believe is coming up. Where men go as one, there is life. Where there is life, there is cause to hope. The light of hope shines brightly within you, Ravinous. I only wish my grandfather were here to see it. The Archons have continued. The Archons have continued a preliminary investigation of the origin of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the ether, a pattern observed only once in history before, 5 years ago to be precise. I should like to think it a mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount that possibility. Well, I trust I need say no more. At great sacrifice, we have delivered Eorzea from a threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know how not many occasions. Yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm, of this very star. Alright. And with that, 2.0 is complete. The roar, I'll just say it now, is Bahamut. It is actually what leads into the 2.0 raid. How I'm going to record that, I still have no idea. But that's something I can go back to. We were going to skip that for now. And I believe for the next few episodes, I'm going to unlock a few of the optional level 50 dungeons, as well as between recordings, get some more of the tombstone currency, which are right here. I have 240 right now from the last 2 dungeons we did. So that way I can increase my item level, because I need to get to a certain item level point for certain dungeons, and some of them are required for the main story. So I'll do that between episodes. But for now, let's use that. So we now have our Magitech mount, which I will be using in the future. And so in the next mains, we'll do some optional dungeons. Like I said, we do have a couple side story paths that are open to us now, including the infamous Hildebrand, which I will be doing on this channel at some point. But for now, dungeons and main story are still what we're going to focus on. So, if you enjoyed this, give it a like. Any thoughts, comments down below. If you haven't subscribed, click on my beautiful face. If you like to support these videos, check out my Patreon. And thank you for watching. Until next time, later.